everyone, this is Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Okay guys, you ready? This is our January 2022 crochet along. The pattern is my pattern. It is pineapples on the boardwalk. This is the boardwalk section of the crochet along. So this week we are going to learn how to make these planks across, and next week we'll deal with the pineapple section. So let's go ahead and talk about some things that you're going to need. If you are not doing this during the crochet along, that is fine. What you're going to need is some 3-weight yarn and a 6mm crochet hook. Yes, a 6mm crochet hook. We want loose and drapey fabric. For the original project, I used almost two full cakes of this Yarn Bee Delish boutique, and each one of the cakes is 590 yards or 540 meters, 150 grams, 5.3 ounces. This particular yarn is 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. The recommended hook size is a 4.5, but like I said, don't even worry about that. We are going straight for a 6mm hook. For the tutorial purposes, I decided to use up some other yarn that I have. So the boardwalk section of the one in the tutorial that we are getting ready to do will be in this. It is also a Yarn Bee. It's Chloe, I guess. French Rose. Each one of these is 270 yards. So I should have just enough to cover the boardwalk section. And let's see. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 270 yards, 247 meters. This is a 70% wool, 30% viscose yarn. And then for the pineapples, I will be using the Yarn Bee Delish boutique. I thought those kind of went together really nicely. We'll see what happens when I actually crochet them up. But anyway, so this is the yarn that I will be using for the body, this section. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my hook, and we're going to get started on learning how to do these planks, boardwalk planks. I'll be right with you. Okay, just a quick reminder, I am not sponsored or affiliated with any yarn or hook companies at the making of this video. I've got my hook. This also came from Hobby Lobby back when they had hooks that I like. So, the very first thing that we're going to need to do, let's go ahead and separate some of this out so we can look directly at the starting point here. Our base chain that we're going to need across here is 42 chains. So, if you need to know how to do a slip knot and chain, or any stitches of that nature, double crochets, single crochets, by all means, please go and check out the playlist that will be located at the end of this video, and it will tell you how to do all of that good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place a slip knot onto my crochet hook here. And like I said, the very first thing you're going to want to do is crochet 42. Make sure and crochet that 42 stitches rather loose. And in fact, if you feel like your normal chain that you chain seems to be always tighter than the rest of your project, a good rule of thumb is to go up at least one, if not 2 or 3 hook sizes bigger. Okay, for my starting chain, I'm actually going to be using a 8mm just for the chain of 42 stitches, because I do not want it too tight on one end. I want it to be nice and loose like the rest of the project. So 1, 2, 3, and continue on 4, 5, 6 until you have 42 chains. I will meet up with you when I have reached the end of my 42 chains. Okay, I now have my 42 chains, so I'm going to remove my extra large hook here and drop down to my smaller hook that I will be using for the remainder of this project. Okay, the first thing that you're going to want to do is place a double crochet into the 3rd chain from your hook. So this loop on your hook is just a loop on your hook. There is 1, 2, and under my thumb is 3. Place a double crochet into there. Now this 2 chains that you just skipped is your first double crochet, and it will be your double crochet throughout the pattern. Place 1 double crochet into every stitch across your chain. At the end, you should have 41 double crochets. Please continue to place 1 double crochet in every single chain across. I will meet up with you at the end. Okay, so I have made my way back across my chain. I have 41 double crochets, including these 2 chains that we skipped over at the beginning. That was row 1. And this is our repeat. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain on the side here, chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work. That counts as your first double crochet into the next stitch, and place 1 double crochet in every stitch across. At the end of every row, you should have 41 stitches. Again, you will repeat this rows 1 through 6. When I have completed 6 rows of 41 double crochets in every row, I will come back and we will do our next little section there, and that will be that. All right, I shall return. Okay, so I have 6 rows of double crochets. Each row has 41 double crochets across. Now the section that we are going to do is what makes it look like they are actually boardwalk planks. The separation between each one. We're going to do this part here. Super, super simple. When you reach the end of your 6th row of double crochets, you are going to chain 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn your work. The 4th chain is going to act as your chain 1 space. So you're going to skip your next double crochet and double crochet into the next. and chain 1. So this is your repeat across this row. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. That is your repeat across. I have a knot there that I'm going to have to fix because it's going to drive me crazy. So, chain 4, turn your work, skip 1, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next. Continue doing this all the way across. You will double crochet into the top of your very last stitch, that chain 2 down here. You're going to double crochet into the end down there. When you have reached the end, you will have 21 double crochets and 20 of these open squares. Okay, so go ahead and continue across. This is row 7. Continue on across, and I will meet up with you at the end. I am going to fix that knot and make it disappear. Okay, so I have made it across with my little openings here. The next thing you're going to do is chain 2 and turn your work. So 1, 2, we are now on row 8. You're going to repeat these rows 1 through 8, until you have 15 of these planks. Your last row will be a row 6 on your very last plank. On the 15th section of planks, you will not continue on with this section here. All right, row 8. We have chain 2, we have turn our work. We're going to double crochet right into that chain 1 space. This is your repeat across. Double crochet into the top of the double crochet and double crochet into the chain 1 space. Double crochet into the double crochet and double crochet into the chain 1 space. Row 8 is just that simple. Go on and continue across. You should have 41 double crochets by the time you finish, placing your last and final double crochet into this chain 4 space down here. You're going to place a double crochet into the last double crochet, a double crochet into the chain 1 place, and a double crochet into the top of the chain 3 down here. I'm going to go ahead and continue on across, placing 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet and 1 double crochet in the chain space all the way across until I come to the end, and I will show you how to end row 8. Okay, so I've come to the end of row 8 here. I've placed 1 double crochet in the top of that last double crochet into the chain 1 space, which would be the top of that initial chain 4. And then you're going to count 1, 2, and place a double crochet into the second stitch. Here we go. Go ahead and double crochet. And that is all there is to that. You're going to chain 2 and continue on. Real quick, like 15 of these sections here. 6 rows of double crochets, 41 stitches across. 1 row of filet, so the open squares where you chain 1, skip 1. And then 6 more rows, continue on, 6 more rows of double crochets. And again, another filet row. And you continue on until you have 15 of these sections. You will end on the 15th section. You will end on your 6th row double crochet. Again, if you have any questions, you can email me. You can ask them in the comment section. You could come over to our Facebook group and ask me there. If you need any help privately understanding any of these as we go along, just let me know and I will work something out. Thank you again for watching. I hope you are enjoying this crochet along as much as I am. And until the next part, be blessed and be a blessing. I will see you next time, guys and gals. Bye.